Yes, I would like to introduce this here structure that was found in the Midwest of the United States, and that we call the Serpent Mounds. And the reason why we call the Serpent Mound, you can see the coil of the snake in the figuration of man and biting or putting its mouth around the left and right brain lobe. And also the stream that would come down through the back sector of this piece of art was actually a living stream and showing someone, it seemed like from high up, because this is a big structure. The only way it could be done is through aerial photography. And how they did it, who did it, it was in accordance with our people. This here identifies life. He's mouth open, that means he's alive, and he's looking straight across into the graveyard beyond this mountain. This mountain is approximately 3.5 to 4.5 miles, and it's in the figuration of Orion's belt. But these are all in graveyards, so when he's speaking and his eyes lined up with this cavity of the mountain and the graveyards over here, meaning there was a great, like a planet that disappeared, and it's probably on its way back. And the Hebrews call this here the planet of light, or Nibiru. In Hebrew, it means the planet of light. So anyway, this here is to identify the location and what we had accomplished with these people. If there was every other people or any other people besides the native people here, but we were here, the Iroquois Nation, and among other tribes through southern United States. This here is to signify the power of voice. To have power of voice, it creates electricity, a certain amount of electricity, to hear the voice of this here in harmonics. So anyway, these are what our people, sacred monuments and practices that we did religiously, and which is now also connected with Lake Titicaca in Peru. And they've also found heads in the Allegheny Mountains, where we did the same brain surgery as Peruvians in southern Peru. They were interconnected. That directly connects us to one. We are one people, and we didn't call ourselves Indian. We call it Ongwe Hui, the meaning the original. We didn't. There's no such thing in our language as Indian. And so, and what this here means, according to our understanding, is we are the children of light. All the North American natives are of one family. We just drifted apart for probably food sources that we thought maybe different areas was better hunting and to supply our family with food. So we drifted and drifted until we are in the position where we are now. So anyway, the trails that we used to reach our families from different parts of the country, we planted trees, and we followed the tree line. Even the child could walk across America, or from tip of South America to the tip of Alaska, because we had plants in to follow these here, like Trans-Canada Highway would lead us across here. Well, we had tree lines and medicines that we followed. And like in southern Peru, we had different lines. In the Nazca line, for instance, was through DNA and of different species, so you could look high up back on Earth and tell you what the wind speed was before we even hit Earth. And this was done like, say, a hummingbird will fly about 35 to 40 miles an hour, so the winds would be coming in on the hummingbird, or the jaguar would run at a different speed. This was all done in DNA. That's what it was for. not for people on earth, it was people that's coming to earth. And so we have a man also in Peru that is looking up into the heavens. And we measured this here, and we put a tetrahedron over the eyes and the mouth, and it would show you where our Father was from that built us. And so that's why it says in some of these here writings that I will never leave you, and I'll always be there for you. And that was a sign, but different language, different understanding, not in English. It was through symbols. It wasn't in no language. Our Creator taught us how to read all these things, and how our behavior, and how we respect each other, and how to also look at the plants and color codes, so that we can make of ourselves well. And everything was put to us is compassion to us, that our Father would never forget us and never leave us. So we have to keep that in mind. Not only this year, Peru actually come from a word from Shem. Shem's grandson, Peleg and Ru. So Peleg, if you look at Peleg and Ru, so the southern Peru, and Peru was named after Shem's grandchildren. Peleg and Ru means Peru. So that's where the name from. And actually, when you say Peleg and Ru, it's actually Methuselah's great grandchildren. And so it was blessed with that name by the Peruvian Indians in the Maya, Incas, Aztec, and my people. That's why you see the connection from Peru to the Allegheny Mountains. And we're directly connected. So, anyway, I would like to